The early hours of April 1, 2006 were like any other in Columbus, Ohio. Students were out enjoying their spring break. The bars were bustling with activity. But for the Shaffer family, the dawn brought a chilling silence. Their son, Brian Shaffer, a 27-year-old medical student at Ohio State University, had vanished. He was last seen on surveillance footage entering a bar called the Ugly Tuna Saloon, but there was no record of him ever leaving. Brian Shaffer had disappeared without a trace. The mystery of Brian Shaffer's disappearance sent shockwaves through Columbus and beyond. It gripped the nation, becoming a haunting reminder of the unknown that can lurk in the shadows. How could a young man, in the prime of his life, simply vanish from a crowded bar? Where could he have gone? These are questions that continue to haunt investigators and the public alike, even today. Brian Shaffer was more than just a face on a missing person poster. He was a beloved son, a loyal friend, and a bright, promising medical student. He had a passion for life and an infectious smile that could light up a room. Brian was driven and determined, with a clear vision for his future. He dreamed of becoming a doctor, following in the footsteps of his father. He was close to achieving his goals, just a few years away from graduating medical school. But Brian's life wasn't without its challenges. He was still reeling from the recent loss of his mother to cancer. He carried the weight of her absence with quiet strength, but those close to him knew the depth of his grief. Despite his personal struggles, Brian remained a pillar of support for his family and friends. He was the one they could always count on, the one who brought laughter and light into their lives. His disappearance left an unfillable void. On the night of March 31, 2006, Brian Shaffer joined friends at a bar crawl, a popular pastime for students on spring break. He was looking forward to a night of camaraderie and celebration. His spirits were high, and he was eager to unwind after a long week of classes. The group started their evening at a bar called the Black Olive, moving on to different locations as the night progressed. Around 1 a.m., Brian and a friend arrived at the Ugly Tuna Saloon, a bustling bar on High Street. Surveillance footage from the bar captured Brian entering the establishment, his face illuminated by the neon lights. He appeared to be in good spirits, chatting and laughing with his friend. This was the last confirmed sighting of Brian Shaffer. What happened next remains a mystery. The Ugly Tuna Saloon became the epicenter of the investigation into Brian Shaffer's disappearance. Detectives meticulously reviewed the surveillance footage from that night, hoping to find a clue, any clue, that could lead them to Brian. The footage showed Brian entering the bar, but there was no footage of him ever leaving. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. The bar, with its labyrinthine layout and multiple exits, became a focal point for investigators. They scoured the building, searching for any sign of Brian, or any evidence that could shed light on his whereabouts. They interviewed staff and patrons, hoping to jog someone's memory, but no one seemed to recall seeing Brian leave or anything out of the ordinary that night. The bar held its secrets, and Brian remained missing. Section 5. Theories and Speculations. In the absence of concrete evidence, theories and speculations swirled around Brian Shaffer's disappearance. Some believed he had left the bar unnoticed and met with foul play. Others clung to the hope that he had chosen to disappear, to start a new life under a new identity. Each theory, no matter how far-fetched, offered a glimmer of hope, a possible explanation for the unexplainable. One of the most prevalent theories revolved around the possibility that Brian had been the victim of an accidental fall or foul play. The area surrounding the Ugly Tuna Saloon, with its construction sites and dimly lit alleyways, was rife with potential hazards. Another theory suggested that Brian, overwhelmed by grief and the pressures of his studies, had decided to walk away from his life. While this theory offered a glimmer of hope that he might still be alive, it seemed out of character for the Brian that his family and friends knew and loved. Section 6. Dead Ends and False Leads. The investigation into Brian Shaffer's disappearance was a long and arduous one, marked by dead ends and false leads. Detectives chased down every tip, every rumor, every shred of information, no matter how insignificant it seemed. They followed the digital trail of Brian's last known movements, analyzing his phone records, credit card activity, and online activity. But the trail ran cold. Psychics and private investigators offered their services, eager to help bring Brian home. While their intentions were noble, their efforts unfortunately yielded no tangible results. The case garnered national attention, with television shows like America's Most Wanted featuring Brian's story, hoping to generate new leads. Yet, despite the widespread media coverage and the tireless efforts of law enforcement, Brian's whereabouts remained a mystery. Section 7. A family's hope, a community's loss. Brian Shaffer's disappearance had a profound impact on his family and the community. His father, Randy, dedicated his life to finding his son, never giving up hope that he would one day walk through the door. He tirelessly pursued every lead, distributed flyers, and kept Brian's memory alive. The pain of not knowing, of not having answers, was a heavy burden to bear. The community rallied around the Shaffer family, offering support, organizing searches, and holding candlelight vigils. Brian's story became a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. His disappearance left an unfillable void in the lives of those who knew and loved him. The search for Brian Shaffer became a shared mission, a testament to the enduring power of hope and the unwavering belief that even in the darkest of times, the truth will eventually come to light. Section 8. The search continues. Even now, years after that fateful night, the search for Brian Shaffer continues. His case remains open, a haunting reminder of the mysteries that linger unsolved. Advances in technology, such as facial recognition software and DNA analysis, offer new avenues for investigators to explore. The hope is that one day, these advancements will unlock the secrets of that night and bring closure to Brian's family and friends. Online communities dedicated to finding Brian Shaffer remain active, with people from all walks of life sharing information, theories, and messages of support. The case has captivated the hearts and minds of people worldwide, a testament to the enduring human need for answers and the unwavering belief that even in the face of unimaginable tragedy, hope can endure. Section 9. Unanswered Questions. The disappearance of Brian Shaffer is a chilling reminder that some mysteries may never be fully solved. It serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictability of life and the importance of cherishing every moment with loved ones. While the passage of time may have dimmed the spotlight on Brian's case, it has not diminished the hope that one day, the truth will be revealed. Until then, the questions surrounding that fateful night in 2006 linger. What truly happened to Brian Shaffer? Did he leave the ugly tuna saloon unnoticed, or did something sinister befall him? The answers remain elusive, locked away in the shadows of that night. But one thing is certain, the search for Brian Shaffer will continue, driven by the unwavering love of his family and the hope that one day, justice will be served.